Well, Denmark was left stunned this week when the Queen announced her abdication after 52 years on the throne. Her successor is, of course, Crown Prince Frederik, who is married to Australia's Crown Princess Mary.
But it's the timing of the events that's raising eyebrows after the soon-to-be king was caught up in affair rumours. And for more, we're joined by royal editor for the Daily Mirror, Russell Myers. Russell, morning to you. So, conspiracy theories have jumped on the timing of the Queen's abdication, flooding social media. What are your thoughts?
Well, haven't they just? Good morning to both of you. Well, it's just interesting timing, this abdication of Queen Margrethe, because not only has it come out of the blue, her normal New Year's Eve address caught everybody by surprise, and she announced that she was going to abdicate after 52 years on the throne. But as you said, Matt, there's over recent months there's been rumours swirling of an affair that Crown Prince Frederik had possibly engaged in an extramarital relationship with a Mexican socialite aptly named Genevieve Casanova. And this has caught the attention of course, not only the tabloids in Denmark, all over Europe and the world. It's sort of caught the attention because Crown Prince Frederik has been a bit of a party boy before he settled down with Princess Mary. So will this change his ways? Will he settle down? And has this been made this decision to sort of save the crown and save his relationship? I guess it's all to be debated.
So the Queen is 83 years old, has cited health reasons for her decision. Do you think it was done in any way to save Frederik and Mary's marriage?
Well, it's interesting because, the Queen has just had a very serious back operation. You look at pictures over the last few months, she has been sitting down over a lot of public engagement. So her health isn't that great. However, she's still up and about, able to make this address. She looked in fine form. But I think, when we look between the lines, that there was a bit of frostiness between Princess Mary and Crown Prince Frederik over recent months. These rumours have really sort of shocked the Danish royal family to the core. And it's definitely come out the blue. And this timing is a little bit suspect. So, it's going to be a quick turnaround because they're going to be taking over on January the 14th. So, I suppose we'll all have to be sort of poring over the pictures of what they look like on over their coronation weekend and the next few weeks.
Queen Margrethe is such a smart woman. We know that, highly accomplished and a strategic thinker. We saw only recently she decided to strip the titles of the sort of lesser royals, if you like, or those that were not really in direct contention to take on the throne.
Well, it's interesting. There's a lot of comparisons made between the Queen and late Queen Elizabeth II because, they were sort of related third cousins, and they were both sort of that war generation. And indeed, sort of about stripping down the monarchy. The British monarchy has been stripped down in terms of Harry and Meghan leaving, Prince Andrew sort of being cast aside, and sort of more calls for that to happen. And yet she made this decision out the blue. She said it was not only for the good of the monarchy, but for the good of her family. And she garnered quite a lot of support for that as well. So it's interesting because, she does have a huge high rating in the polls, and Crown Prince Frederik has really suffered recently. So it'll be interesting to see how the Danish people sort of take to them. But Princess Mary is a firm favourite, that's for sure.
Yeah, the Queen, a 72% approval rating from the Danes, which is quite incredible. Frederik is under a bit more pressure, as you've touched on, Russell. He's got this kind of reputation, is it fair to say, as a little bit of a playboy, and that he'll be really closely watched from here?
Well, he has. I mean, talk about tabloid fodder. He was the sort of charming prince, the sort of Casanova prince that he was labelled. And sort of the Danish tabloid magazines had an absolute field day in his youth, talking about wild parties, talking about driving fast cars, model girlfriends. There was rumours that he'd secretly got engaged, and the Queen had to sort of pull the rug from under his feet and to stop that engagement taking place. But, he really did appear to settle down when he met Mary. Obviously, we know the story. Met her in Sydney during the 2000 Olympics. They had a bit of a long-term relationship, and then she went over to Denmark and really sort of threw herself into the culture, learning the language, going to university, and the perfect sort of family setup. So she has really helped embolden and support his image. So I think by his side, she's definitely sort of got the power play as it were, to try and raise his popularity stakes.
Yeah, well, let's hope that she is okay in all of this. We know that she's the Queen is a massive fan of hers and thinks that she's a key part for the royal family moving forward. Thank you so much, Russell.
Thanks, guys.